just so you know, this is going to be the best video you can find on the topic because I got clips, boy. I got clips. And we going to touch on stuff that a lot of other people didn't touch on. I'm going to make points that I know other people haven't made because I've seen their videos. They didn't make the points I'm about to make. So the first thing we going to do, we going to get to what you came to see. Meg admitting that she lied to Gayle King.
Self. Yes, bitch, I lied to Gayle King, bitch. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit. Bitch, you know we was gonna talk about this shit. I'm fucking Tory. That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I fucked this nigga like once, maybe twice.
What was the nature of your relationship with Tory Lanez? Because he has led people to believe that it was a sexual relationship, that it was that you two were dating. What was the nature?
We were not dating. We were really close. We were friends. We hung out like every day. And his mom passed too. So when I felt like we were bonding over that. And
did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Did you, Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
So why do you think he's putting out the story that the two of you had a relationship and that you're making the whole thing up?
I think that he is trying to deflect from the fact that he committed a crime.
Oh, we not done with the footage. We not done with the footage. We got more. See, a lot of us were convinced that she was lying, and Tory's defense was also convinced that she was lying, and they set out to prove that she was lying. Let's go and watch that clip.
Wow, really dramatic testimony there. And what did Tory's attorney tell you that their goal was for the cross-examination today?
You know what, I asked him right before lunch. I said, so what's your goal? What do you hope to accomplish today? He said, we're going to show how she lies. And you could certainly tell sitting in that courtroom that that was their goal. The attorney said, the defense attorney said, you lied on national TV. Megan said, yes. He said, you lied to Detective Stogman. She said, yes. He said, you lied about having an intimate relationship with Tory. She said, yes. Look, we know that she has not been truthful about her intimate relationship with Tory. She now says that they did have an intimate relationship. And then the defense attorney pressed her on some really granular details. And there were some moments where she said, I don't remember. I could have, maybe. You could tell that he was really trying to poke holes in her story, too, that she gave to her lawyers.
Now, before I get to going, I want you to peep this one clip. What I want you to do is try and find one tear. One tear. Try and find one tear.
I never put my hands on anybody. I never raised my voice too loud. Like, this was one of them times where it was like, it shouldn't have got this crazy.
It shouldn't have escalated to the way that it did.
So I get out the car and it's like everything happens so fast. Yes. And all I hear is this man screaming. He said, dance, bitch. And he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, he shot a couple of times. Mm-hmm. And I was so scared.
So is he in the car shooting from the car, Megan?
Now listen, that was the end of the interview. You did not see one tear. All you heard was sniffling. All you seen was, throughout the interview, just a little bit of wiping. But you did not even see a smear from any wetness on her face or anything like that. Why is this? I will get to that later. But listen, we've been knew that she was a liar because in a court case, she admitted to lying. That's why I posted the clip. And I'm not here to say that Tory is innocent or anything like that because the text message evidence and the call to Kelsey, you know, it makes him look guilty to some degree. And even then, I'm not that up on the case. But the one thing I do know is that he wouldn't implicate anybody else. Somebody else said that somebody was something like a woman had a gun or was around a gun, whatever the case was, and Kelsey was supposed to come up and testify, and that was supposed to be the key witness in getting Tory Lanez off. She butchered the whole shit. They butchered the whole case. And yeah, we'll never know the whole truth. We'll never know the whole truth the way that it's, as far as what exactly happened, because all accounts are not going to line up. But real talk, this is a lying ass chicken. It makes you question everything that she said about anything, honestly. Because if you are going to lie about having sex with a guy, on top of that, you know, you're going to get in front of the world with Gayle King and you're going to start crying with no tears. No tears. All we hear is sniffles and we see wipes, but not one tear rolled down your face. That is nasty work. And then even outside of that, you begin to look at, okay, she was getting at her boyfriend, Partisan Fontaine, and dissing him and stuff like that, and records and stuff saying he was like abusive and bad and stuff like that. He had to do a response record and stuff like that. And he exposed her as a liar even more. He exposed her more as a bad person. You also got the whole lawsuit that her cameraman or something is putting on her because she had a threesome in front of him and stuff like that, made him record it and told him not to tell nobody and stuff like that. When it comes down to it, she is just a duplicitous woman. So not only can we not believe anything that she has said about this whole thing, and all of this really came about because she got on live and said Buddy shot her. I feel like the LA, you know, they wouldn't have pressed everything and put him on trial if she hadn't implicated him. He didn't even have gunpowder on his hands, so it's like the whole case was a shit show. I said I wasn't going to get too deep into that, but let's get to the lesson. So this is what it is. The first thing I'm going to get to is the bitch tears, man. Women performatively cry. That is something that most women are just built to do. They will performatively cry. If there are eyes on the woman, if there is anybody present, you can't trust those tears. You can't trust those tears, man. You know, unless something happened like one of their parents died or something like that. If it's something as far as any type of situation and anybody is present, like, don't trust those tears. Like, they use those as a tool. That's one thing you got to understand. Chicks can cry on command, a lot of them, and they use it as a tool for emotional manipulation. Now, in this case, we're kind of lucky because I can point out that this is just some fake ass crying. Not one tear rolled down her face. All you heard was sniffles. Eyes didn't look watery. I mean, you could see her on the screen. You could go back and watch the video again. She's faking. And she is faking because the world is watching. And she knows she has to put this act on to get sympathy and have more people go against Tory. Quite literally, her career depends on it. And the last thing I'll say outside of that is y'all need to vet these chicks that y'all be fucking with, man. Don't be so quick to just smash certain chicks, man. Y'all gotta slow down. Y'all gotta slow down. This chick has had problems with multiple people, not just Tory. I just mentioned some of the problems she's had with other people. Even if you are going to smash and dash, you want to really have a good judge of character and things like that and really not invest time in somebody like her. Like, because it's meant bad for damn near, I'm not going to say damn near every dude she's been around, but the dudes that we know of her being around, yeah, it went bad. It went bad. We didn't even know the cameraman existed till he came out and did a lawsuit. And, you know, it was like, you know, sexual harassment type stuff. And that's really it. To me, she represents a succubus. Women bring out the destruction to a lot of men. You could go look at all these guys who got divorced. You look at the richest women in the world. They are people who got divorced from billionaires. That's what it is. Not chicks who earn the billions and stuff. Like, you go and look at the richest dudes, bruh, it's all going to be business owners. It's all going to be entrepreneurs. And you may see some people in there who just have inheritances, that they've inherited the money, as far as like sons or something like that, possibly. But outside of it, and even then, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be the heir to some business or some shit like that, some empire that got them those billions. But when it comes to the divorcing, you already know how that goes. I've already talked about the dangers of white women and stuff like that, the black men, and even then, it still applies to some white men when they're dealing with white women and stuff like that, as far as the allegations and things of that nature. And here you have a chick, you know, they'd be like, protect black women is the shit. Protect black men from lying ass bitches like this. And I'm done for the day, man. I'll catch y'all.